guys, we are so excited to have you here today. We're going to talk about a very interesting topic today, so stay tuned. I am here with
Nourhen, and I am a youth career coach. I help young adults create a thriving, satisfying, and successful life. And I love doing that.
And I am Alison, and I am a subconscious mindset coach. And I help people align their conscious mind with their subconscious mind so that they can achieve the goals that they have. And today we're going to talk about the physical area of life. As you know, you have 6 areas of life, and I've written a book. It's called Algodon. And if you're new here and you like to get your copy of the book, you can purchase it using the link in the channel. And so this book, what it does, it has a daily programming for each and every single day for a whole year to help you reprogram your subconscious mind to achieve whatever it is that you want to complete in your life. And so today we're going to talk about staying motivated and inspired to make the choices so that you can have optimal health, right? So how do you improve your health? That's part of like the physical area of life, right? So having and making choices to always improve your health, because as we know, we always have room for improvement. Even though sometimes we feel like, oh, we're really good at this, there's always room for improvement in any area of life. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about making choices that improve my health. This is something that I'm really passionate about.
Okay, go ahead. Dive into it.
Nourhen is like, take it all.
Yes.
So each day, I love to think about what is it that I'm going to see, what is it that I'm going to hear, and what is it that I'm going to ingest. Everything has to align to my purpose, to my goal in life. So for example, if I go home and I have the choice to sit on the couch and watch TV, right? Or watch a movie, or watch YouTube, or watch anything on Instagram, on social media, right? Is that going to improve my health or not, right? Or I can go home and try to do some stretches, try to take a hot bath, try to eat my vitamins, right? So those are the things that when you live in your daily life, that you can, accommodate so that you can achieve complete wellness, right? So then also for example, like things that you ingest, like what am I going to eat today, right? Well, if you're going to go out to a restaurant and you say, well, they don't really have a lot of healthy food there. Okay, I always scan the menu. Do they have some sort of vegetables, or some sort of salads, or some sort of like good protein for my body? Because I don't want to just fill up my body, right? When you feel hungry, I don't want to just fill up my body. I want to be able to fuel my body so that it gives me back what I'm demanding from it.
Oh,
right?
That's a good one.
So, and I've said this before on other occasions, where in order to receive clear answers from your subconscious mind, you have to feed your body well, right? Everything that you ingest, everything that you hear, everything that comes in your body via your senses, via your eyes, via your ears, via your mouth, like what you're eating, is going to affect your overall physical health.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So for example, something that I hear, is the volume too loud, right? Is it gonna affect my hearing, right? So you're thinking ahead of time. You're thinking fast forward. I always say, Grandma Allie, would she be okay with this?
I love that.
Sometimes people are texting me, it's 8:30, 9:30, like you're already sleeping? I'm like, yeah, I'm my grandma. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm taking care of my physical life, providing my body with the appropriate amount of nutrients, water, vitamins, supplement, sleep, so that it can function the way that I want it to function, right? Like if it's lunchtime, it's noon, and I still have a few meetings going on or more projects that I have to complete, I'm not gonna go and just fill up my body with French fries, because why would I do that? You know, it's like I have to fuel my body so that it can actually give me back the energy, the motivation, right, to actually do what I need to complete my projects, my purpose, to fulfill it, right? Because your body is an instrument. It's your tool, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, for example, us girls, we use hair tools, right? To curl them, to curl our hairs, or to, like, straighten our hair. What happens when that tool dies? You need to go buy a new one, right? But what do you normally do? You unplug it, you pull away the cord the right way, you put it away, you put it in its little case, you take care of it so that it takes care of you and your hair, right?
Absolutely.
So it's the same thing with our bodies. Like, how and what do you actually put in your body, your mind, your ears, anything through your senses? What is going in your body? It's gonna reflect back to you, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, okay, well, you gave me French fries or you gave me sugar. Now you're in a food coma. You don't want to do anything, right? And how many I've struggled with this before, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, where you're not fueling your body, you're not nurturing your body, and so you get home, you don't want to do anything. You're just like, no, I'm just gonna be at a potato couch or something, you know, instead of like, okay, what's next? You know, you instead of like feeling full of energy and vitality and like, you know, like just happy to complete your projects and whatever you want to do, you know. A lot of the times people say, well, I'm always so tired. Like, why am I so tired? Like, I didn't even do anything. Why am I so tired? Did you feed your brain?
Yeah.
You know, are you actually helping your brain? Are you actually, or are you just kind of like stuffing things in your body because you're hungry and you just want to like ignore that hungry feeling, and so you get that little hungry sensation and you're just, oh, I'm just gonna stop by and get an ice cream or a smoothie or whatever it is that is not healthy, and then your body's like, oh, okay, bet. You know. And so I'm sure we've all fallen guilty, you know. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah. So going back to the importance of taking care of ourselves, it's all about, there is a connection between body, mind, and spirit.
Right.
I love how you said, what am I hearing? What am I seeing?
Right.
What am I entertaining my mind with, right? So it's all connected. It's very important. So based on the choices we make in order to feel a certain way, it is actually our nature to feel energized, to feel vital, to feel full of energy, and you know, like that fullness of
that should be our natural state of being.
Exactly.
However, some of the things that we currently consume, like the meals and food and stuff, like they don't contain the minerals necessary anymore, unfortunately. So that's why you have to be more aware, right, of what you're consuming.
Yeah. And also what I like, my perspective on that is kind of, I would say, changing a little bit, because I see the power of our mind. I see the power of our thoughts, how they create actually our reality and our life.
Right.
And from there, it also comes the point of, okay, if you're worrying about your health, you're then attracting more imbalance in your health.
Disharmony.
Exactly.
Which it kind of manifests in an illness.
Exactly. When you believe that eating that sugar or fast food is gonna harm your body, then this is what you're gonna attract. This is what's gonna happen. So it's all energy, it's all the vibration you put out. So you also mentioned feeling guilty, right, about it. So I also realized that our body listens to our mind.
Oh, absolutely.
No?
Yes.
So it's like, okay, whatever I'm putting in there, whatever I believe, whatever I have as a dominant energy frequency, it's not about just thinking one time a negative thought and then this thing will happen. No,
Right.
it's something when you keep doing that, that's what it is.
A continuous thought pattern.
Exactly.
Right.
The continuous thought pattern is the belief, and the belief becomes powerful because that's the dominant vibration you're emitting.
Right.
So, from my perspective, it's like, well, if I'm craving my French fries, I can eat them and they will not have any negative influence of my body. I trust and believe in my intelligence of the body that it will process them and get what they need and then let go of what it doesn't need. No? At the same time, like you see, like when we are having different perspectives on that, it's all about balance, right?
It's
about
not
balance.
about like, oh, I'm not gonna eat French fries anymore because they're gonna make me fat or so. No, it's more of like improving your health in every choice that you make. So if you have the choice to eat your French fries or eat a salad or eat something more healthy, healthier option, you have the choice, then you can feel motivated and inspired to say, okay, what actually aligns with my goals? Now, in instances where Nourhen says that, okay, I'm craving fries, fine, go ahead and do so without the feeling guilty of that part. You know, it's just kind of like, okay, I ate my salads, now maybe I'll reward myself with a French fry at the end of the week or once a month or however, you know. That's pretty much how I do, actually. Like, it's I'm not gonna like say no to things, but I'm not gonna always eat those things, if that makes sense. You know, it's like that choice to always be in the improving for your health.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And our body is so intelligent. It tells us what we need. So we would never... I had phases in my life where I was constantly overeating. I was already full, but then it's like, oh no, I want to eat more. And then after that feeling, you know, like
you feel guilty and then you eat more because you're guilty.
No, so but then it's like, okay, that has also a reason. It has a reason why we are doing it. So once we prioritize our well-being over all well-being, feeding our mind, body, and spirit with healthy choices, then everything gets into balance.
Everything gets balanced out on the line.
Right? It's absolute. It's like it's that shift of not only I want to feel well, I deserve to feel well. Now my well-being is everything.
It's a birthright.
So I love that word. I really love that word because I can't believe that I was born to struggle or to be sick or to feel depressed or like, really? I mean, what's the point? What's the point? It can't be.
You have to remember that that's your natural state of being healthy, being harmonious with your body, because ultimately illness is just when your body is at disharmony, right? When your body and your mind, your feelings, they're at disharmony, then you end up manifesting an illness, which is something that is now tangible, right? But like Nourhen said, you keep your mind in saying, okay, this is going to, you know, actually be good for my body, and my body's gonna digest it well, and I'm gonna be fine. Then you do have that power, and also like that's her perspective. My perspective is also like yes, keeping that balance, but when you do have a choice of like picking something unhealthy versus something healthy, I'm gonna pick the healthy option because I want my body to give back to me what I'm demanding from it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I think it's just a fascinating subject to talk about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because
is.
a lot of people are not consciously aware, first of all, of what are the ingredients that you're eating, right? Do you read the labels? You know, do you know what each ingredient can cost to your body, right? Now, there's also that point where you say, okay, well, now I know that X product or X food is harmful. And then if you're still craving it, it's like you have to have that balance, right? Where, again, coming from that balance of like, sure, if you are craving ice cream or you're craving French fries, go ahead and have them with the belief that your body is capable of processing. However, don't abuse that, right? Because we don't want to like just always feed French fries, right? We want to also have that balance of like, I'm gonna fuel my body and give it the nutrients it needs and the minerals and everything that you can't find in certain foods.
Yeah, and you like when everything is in balance, you're at ease.
Yeah.
You're in harmony with who you are and yourself. So it would not crave fast food every single minute.
Right,
you know, it's like, sometimes we want something lighter, right? We want a delicious salad, and it's the quality also. No, so it's a quality. Is it what do I believe about my body? Is it worth to be nurtured? Is it worth to get high quality food?
To invest in that.
To invest in that, or is it just something to just I don't care and I'm just gonna still my hunger, that's all. Like I always said that it's like I was very fortunate to grow up with really like healthy and delicious food. So it was always freshly cooked and homemade, yes.
That's the best.
That's the best. So it's like it's about, hey, I'm not trash, you know? It's like I'm not trash to just feed it everything, and it's like, no, I select. No? So we come back what you're saying with the choices, right? This is where you're coming from in terms of the choices. If I can choose, that's the selection. But for me, it's more the overall, right? Because I made the experience that the restrictions come from
they create resistance.
Exactly, they create resistance.
Yeah.
And that's why I flipped my approach to that, because I had the time where I was going against my body, not being satisfied with my shape and with my weight, even though I was not gaining weight, but it just came to me like, oh no, I should be more defined, I'm eating too much. So then I went extreme and went into low carbs. And guess what? The moment that resistance and restriction, I started eating carbs again, I was gaining weight immediately. So I created that imbalance, but it has always a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
It was dissatisfaction coming from emotional imbalance, from a void. So it's not about the food. Our body knows how to balance everything. And that's why my approach is differently, because I see that the no creates more resistance. It's more about being attuned.
Yeah, and also kind of like the amounts, you know? It's like key, like, okay, I'm gonna eat ice cream, but maybe instead of like doing a full cup that I used to do, maybe I'll do half a cup.
Yeah.
And I have the right to eat half a cup of an ice cream. If I'm craving the French fries, instead of getting a large, I'll get a small, you know, or I'll share with someone. And so it's all about the balance, keeping in mind how you're going to improve the health, right? And how because ultimately you're doing this for you. no one else is gonna feel as amazing as you will once you start like making these choices and realizing, wow, I don't have to put restrictions on myself, right? But I can, and I have the power to choose what's best for my body.
Yes.
And in return, it will love me, right? Because your body respects you. Your body continuously respects you by processing and digesting food daily. And so you want to show that love back, and you want to show that respect back by like showing, okay, you want ice cream? Fine. We're going to do a little bit, you know? And oftentimes when I do want like junk food or like things of this category, I'll say, okay, let me complete something, like a goal that I'll have, and then I'll reward myself.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I'll have like a thing where, okay, by the end of the week, I'll have my little piece of pan dulce, like, you know, in Spanish, like sweet bread with, I don't drink coffee, but that's just something that you create as like a reward, right? And so now it's like you're not restricting yourself. You're not saying not no right now. You're just saying not yet. Let me just do this and then reward yourself, you know? And I feel like that's like a fun way of like approaching it. But yeah, like I'm just like all over like the health. I think it's very important, you know? And also like how you were mentioning, why am I craving all these sweet stuff and like all this junk food and stuff? Take a step back and figure out the emotions, because usually that's what's happening, you know, something's going on in your emotions, versus when you're eating clean and your gut feels at peace.
Yes.
Your mind feels at peace.
Yes.
Because your gut is like your second mind and your second brain.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, what are you feeding your brain? Yes. What are you listening to, reading? But then also, what are you ingesting, right? Like, and then just having that balance, like, I think it's just a beautiful skill, and like the middle, the sweet spot, you know, of like finding and not saying, well, I don't want to eat too many carbs, or because what ends up happening, I was talking to someone, and they were also doing, I want to do like low carbs, and you end up going to this low carb diet, saying, oh, this low carb diet is gonna make me attain the goal that I want, but see the affirmation right there? You don't believe it.
Yeah.
You end up believing the opposite.
Yeah.
So then your body knows that it's not believing it. And so then what happens? You self-sabotage yourself. You end up gaining more weight, right?
Yeah.
So then instead, you want to flip that to an affirmation. And if you want affirmations for the whole year for your health, your area, the area of health for your life, then you can get them with this book, Algodon, and to help you reprogram your subconscious mind, so that you can actually, instead of self-sabotaging yourself, you can actually just put like that little seed in your subconscious mind and saying, okay, why is it that I always make healthy like choices that improve my health, right? And I think it's just beautiful. Like, to me, it's like, I can talk about this forever.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's so important. It's like so important that our energy determines the quality of our life.
Yeah.
It's absolutely key. It's like, okay, are you in a high energy state of being or in a low energy state of being? And here's the thing, you can only create from a high energy state of being. You can't create from a state of fear, from a state of depression, from a state of worry, from a state of hate. So life there gets just so tiring and exhausting, right? It's like you're working against yourself, you're working against the well-being you deserve to have and feel in your life. So coming back, health is the number one.
It's your birthright.
It's your birthright. And it's like, it's something we can be grateful for every day.
Absolutely.
Right? It's something, it's everything. I mean, I catch myself complaining or being not satisfied, and I was like, and then it comes back to, hey, come on, Nourhen, it's not something to take for granted. You're healthy, your body is working for you, your heart is beating, you're breathing, right? So it's like, see that. No,
Yeah.
exactly. Again, it's the whole thing. Where does your focus go to?
Yeah.
Right? And appreciating our health. And hey, sometimes we lose it, and that also happens, and it's part of life, but it's actually telling us something.
Mm-hmm.
Disease comes from the word ease,
Right.
right?
You're not at ease. Right.
Being not at ease,
Mm-hmm.
dis-ease.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when we come back to building the relationship between you and you,
Yeah.
it's
Your body.
and
Mhm.
your body, it's all about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Because your health is like very important, because without it, you can't be you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You need your health to fulfill your purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Also, what state of health are you actually accepting?
mm-hmm.
Right? It's also the part, like, it's so normal today in our society that
Yeah.
at some stage we get high blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
diabetes, but it's like that's not normal.
No.
It's like, no,
You were conditioned to think that you have.
yeah. So
Mhm.
now it's like, okay, what is my heart telling me?
Yeah.
Having high blood pressure,
Mhm.
where does it come from? Why is my heart at having or experiencing an imbalance?
Mhm.
Am I too angry? Am I resentful?
Mhm.
There is always a reason. And I know so many stories where people were able to cure cancer
Yeah.
with the
just
power
mind.
of their mind.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's what it comes to at the end of the day. It's like, no, don't accept your high blood pressure. Don't accept
No.
tension
Yeah.
in your body. Don't accept diabetes. Like these, these
Mhm.
common diseases.
Diagnosis.
Yeah.
Don't
dia-
accept the diagnosis, but like just take back your power.
Take back your power.
From your mind and say, my body's fully capable.
Yes.
Trust in it. It knows how to heal yourself, and
Yes.
you just have to put yourself into that energy level so that you can attract that wellness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard just a friend of mine was sharing about his knee pain, and he was just talking that what he's doing about it, and then at the same time he was saying, well, but some people don't have even a leg, so I'm grateful, it's like no, I can walk.
Comparing.
Comparing. And yes, sometimes we, especially if our ego is popping in and trying to show you what's wrong, and it's taking you the negative route to just focus on what's bad, it's important to just remind ourselves and say, hey, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah.
So many people in this moment wish to have the life I'm having right now. But it's not about comparing. For me, I'm coming from a place of what am I accepting?
Mm-hmm.
No, like health is your birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Joy is your birthright. Feeling good about yourself is your birthright.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something we can program ourselves to, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And that's the point. Are you afraid of a disease? Are you afraid to lose your health?
Mm-hmm.
That's also.
That also gets manifested into
Exactly.
an illness or a disease.
Exactly. Yeah.
And everything, whatever it is, a pain here, a pain there, whatever, it comes from a root thought that you have.
Yeah.
And in order to get rid of that thought and install new thoughts of wellness and of health and abundance, then you need to reprogram your subconscious mind. So if you need help doing that, feel free to reach out to me or get a copy of my book. And I just love this episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now you guys go out there and just make choices that will improve your health on the daily life. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Bye.